Who's an Asian that's currently staying up for this? Say I. It's pretty cool, right? All right. I feel like this is the first time, and really, truthfully, in all the ever speeches I've ever done, that I
Okay.
haven't fully prepared the layout of which I plan on doing this because this is quite a tremendous event. I think in all my years of doing the war genre, since I was like fucking no shit, like 13, when I was, I was in the United States military group and I was fucking flying Black Hawks while fighting Taliban AI. Little funny little people, right? It was quite the experience, but I never would have imagined that myself would be standing in front of hundreds of people, and not just that, but also speaking to a lot of different groups who that showed up. They didn't have to, but they still did. That says a lot. So I will say, have a very long speech, but the promotions will be done very differently, which will cut no shit like half the fucking time of this event. Because I have a very special place I want to go after this event. It's a very special place. If all officers and incels would get off the stage so that there's no fucking no snickering here and there and shit like that. Yeah. Besides whoever's streaming. Thank you. I did write up this speech a lot, and I didn't really proofread it in the sense where I thought it would be more professional, but I figured that writing something from my heart was a little bit better than trying to write something that was corporate and soulless, which many in leadership have experienced recently. So without further ado, service personnel of the Noobic Stratocracy, in accordance with our allies abroad, as well as the guests who are here today who stand amongst us. I thank each and every single one of you for taking the time out of your day to show up to such an important event in our history. For everyone that's a service personnel of the photography, please give a round of applause to each and every single one of our allies and guests from across the war genre who showed up to give their support. All right. All right. Simmer down. All right. Tired. Most communities on the platform, both in and outside of the war genre, tend to be fluctuating, will tend to be a fluctuating sea of opportunities and risks. Never in a platform's history have there been so many chances for the common player to be introduced to a community, and later on down the road, a friend group of which they can make lifelong friends with or enemies with. The prospect that many players undergo in the modern age is that communities do not plea out as a beacon of hope, where most groups often hold themselves back out of fear of taking risks or trying something new, or having to serve the community that they are privileged, not given the right to lead. Most groups do not survive a year. Even more do not last 2 years. However, we have done something that the 1% of groups who are still alive, who still host events, do. We have made it to the 10th year mark. This group is older than like first graders, dude. I think. Yeah, first graders, right? This group has been up and coming as a community for literally double digits. That is fucking crazy. Many groups do not have the opportunity to do this because many groups often fail and die out, usually because the leader that makes the group great, to an extent, often leaves, and then everything comes crashing down, like Tito with Yugoslavia. However, for the next 10 minutes, I want you guys to hear very closely. The biggest plague that has hit this genre, the war genre, has been the self-centerism around the individual who runs the group. This is the most common and easiest method of running a military roleplay game in the modern era, as it is easy to prop up a cult or personality or individuals who turn out to be yes men. For the people who run groups in the, for example, the Roblox World War II genre who proclaim themselves fucking titles as Uber General Marshal Hitler and expect praise for their rank and not their action. And for people who expect the community to beckon to their will and not for the leader to serve the people who give them that power. I never once have ever had to have a cult or personality or a group of fanatics, nor have I ever had to have an ideology written, obsessed around me to know that I have done everything in my power to ensure the safety and maintenance of the experiences that we provide in the Noobic Stratocracy. There is no general's guard. There's no Galantrianism who spouts visual delusion because I know that my actions are what brings people to respect me and to listen to me and not having to play the part that turns out to be hidden manipulation tactics geared towards generating fanatics. This new prospect is going to be called novice thought. It's a thought, it's an idea, it's a prospect of how to actually run a group. It's a philosophy of the implementation of a non-autocratic style of organizational culture within a community, whereas it openly rejects the idealism that a singular person is the sole inherent proprietor of a group's success, and the proactive rejection of blatant entrenchment of cliques within a group's system of management. In general, the common manifestation of autocratic leadership within various communities within the platform have created a universal culture whereby the group becomes centered around the singular individual or the cult of personality or the inner circle that runs everything. The existence of these cultures thereby leads to an inherent separation between the general community and the leadership of these groups. In the now 10 years of this group's existence, the community has always been the backbone of what makes this group as proud as it is, as well as the circumstance and pure luck of it. It is, without a doubt, that the first ever general of the Third New Division, now Noobic Stratocracy, Classic Master Noob, that if Classic Master Noob was not the developer that he was, scripting and modeling, and one of the most creative people I've ever met, then the creativity of the Third New Division, now Noobic Stratocracy, would have never manifested. And that the outcome of this group would have been very much different from how it turned out to be today. But it is also from the time put into the community from everyone within leadership, not just Classic Master New, that has always allowed for the next generation of people to take the mantle and to carry on a legacy. All the creativity, time, effort, hours spent in this group capsulated into a genuine passion that many, like myself, have acknowledged that the community and the group is not ours to keep, but it is our responsibility to nurture and to grow it beyond ourselves. One of the very cool things I like to preach when cultivating the leadership that we have here in the Noobic Stratocracy is that I never once led with the notion that I will be here forever. This group is not mine to keep. It is my responsibility to ensure that the people who are one day going to replace me have the tools and knowledge and wisdom to ensure that my efforts, my time, as well as the hundreds of other people who came before me in leadership, time is not wasted. I think it would be more devastating to hear while I'm fucking out on sea on duty that the Noobic photography gets shut down because the someone I chose wrong to be the next general got fucked over and did some stupid shit. I'll be devastated. But again, it's my duty to ensure that that does not happen. It was when the future of this group was set in stone, not on a Discord, but on the Roblox dev forum, where on the 21st of March, 2020, Classic Master Noob had announced the changing of the mission statement of the Third New Division. It was to go from a militia that I was for the last 5 years into the military that you are all familiar with right now. From a small little social friend group server to an actual proper military group, a roleplay military group, right? This is where people, very influential and very old, old people like Big Denny 88, or as you guys know him as the British or Cringe, got promoted to the rank of platoon sergeant. It was the date of November 26th, 3 years ago, where the 3rd New Division fought against Chaos Legion's Combined Arms Battalion in our infamous Noobic Sea battle, where we lost 2-1. This infamous battle is what propelled the recreation of the First Noobic Fleet. I was only a senior infantryman at the time, yet I was pressuring a general and a colonel to reopen and to activate the Naval Division. Upon this Naval Division brought forth many of the successful ideas and policies that we have today. And it's due to this First Simic Fleet being activated that we have individuals such as Lieutenant General Ronki, Director AliDap 321, the person who made Narama, right? Head developer Nia X7, Commissioner Mythos, and a lot of other people, right? And also led to the creation of divisions such as the Nubik Marine Corps. Without this battle, on that specific date, kind of ironic, right? It is without a doubt that almost everything that you see around you, from myself to the officers behind me to the game that you were in to the server that you were in, will be dramatically different, if not here. It would be probably wouldn't even exist, including the people who made the Noobic Stratocracy as successful as it is today. It has been the tens of thousands of people who have put their time into this group and into many communities that has made it one of the best in the war genre, as subjective as it is to say such a thing. The guiding principle behind it all is that the leadership here is to always serve the community and that everything is created and gifted to this group that can be used as a stepping stone for even greater projects, for better or for worse. It is the 30th Division that created Dead Ahead with Classic Master Noob and later Centura. It is from the 30th Division that Narama Nuclear Power Plant was created. Despite the 10 long, brutal years of our existence as a community, we have recently struck a tragedy that will be etched in our history. On November 7th, 2025, creative director Blaley had forced a meeting between myself and NSLA announcing to the entirety of the Nubic's leadership that Narama was going to be splitting off of the Noobic Stratocracy and that Ignek was going to be turned into a personal studio. The office of the general was actually informed of this decision days before, and it was supposed to take place between myself, Blaley, and specifically Blaley's shareholders or stakeholders, in an assumed attempt at trying to intimidate me or having Blaley's get back against me due to the community's reaction to Blaley's lore getting leaked, which is something that I myself we still don't know who did it. It was my decision to have him speak in front of more than 80 leaders, whereas he spoke a pre-written GBT generated PR speech talking about the split. And any dialogue or questioning, as well as as well as a deal brought forth by myself, was shut down, tossed aside, followed by him leaving the VC. And for the first time in my very long 3 years of dealing with everything in this community, I have actually broke down crying in front of my own officers. Whereas I was supposed to be the guiding hand that was supposed to get us through that very moment, I was not as such. And I cried. Not due to the fact that the Rama was being split and taken from us, but due to the fact that it would have a severe impact onto the community. The many factions you had to choose between the two sides and the many goodbyes and eventual shit talking that ensued on either side. I was, in fact, threatened by Blaley in our last VC that we ever had that if I were to speak out against this, that he would retaliate. It is devastating. It was devastating, but something that everyone within leadership on both sides knew was inevitable. We all joked about it being the iceberg, but the iceberg was not expected to be this soon, nor handled in the absolute worst way imaginable. And all of our years going through countless shutdowns, losing all of our money, and having our development leaked many times, we have always had our group to lean on. But in this crisis of 2025, we do not have such privilege. Even worse, our group still has not been censored to us out of fear of losing the algorithm in the revenue generated from Naravo, which was later told otherwise and disproven by professional developers outside of Blaley Studio 8neck who have learned of this situation, including individuals such as Deuce Small himself, the person who fucking owns the Planet Garden, right? Pretty cool. This means that in the first time in this group's history, we are being forced out of our own home that we have all spent the last 10 years now working on and growing it member by member, piece by piece. For the individuals who continue to still work on the Rama, I bid you a thanks for your kind heartedness to assist those who still have fun in the game. A game that was built for our community and around our community. Quite honestly, it's not any of one of your faults. For the regular community members who still play Narama, continue to have fun in a very fun game. It is not our game. It was not created by the officers of the Noobic Stratocracy. It was created by Blaley Studio 8neck. That is this the reality of it. But it's still a fun game. It's a very fun game. And that is a fact that I will not deny. Right? It was a very fun game built for and around the community by AliDab321 before, the fucking furry friend group that came here for a furry friend group of developers who came to us solely to work on the Rama and make a buck off of it. And probably a nice little billet on the resume, right? However, when the two sides eventually widened their gaps and we work harder than ever to get back on our own feet, licking our own wounds, the ship will sail. For those who still continue to work for Blaley and still be an officer, whether it be in the main Noobic Stratocracy or any of the divisions, through working for Narama, I want to ask yourself something. Ask yourself something. You don't have to answer. What moral justification do you have to outright ignore the harm caused to our community while still proclaiming that you want to lead and care for this community that Narama was made for? What gives you the right to say that you want to serve and lead the people while continuing to aid and assist someone who hurt us, all of us? Ask yourself that. That's part of the sad reality that we now live in. But it is the choice that the shareholders had made, and that Narama is, on all accounts, their game. It was agreed that we would be giving 3 million Robux in light of our departure and their departure, and which in hindsight was generous. I thank the shareholders over there on the other side of the fence for thinking about us in that light of giving us 3 million Robux, despite other witnesses saying that that's pennies compared to what they make right now. Right? But this agreement has not been fulfilled as it is today. It has not been fulfilled. The 3 million that has been hanging above our heads for the last 2.5 weeks has not been given to us. Under the pretense that Blaley said verbatim that we will give it when our team is ready. Right. Fucking bullshit. So it is clear now that we will not be getting our agreed 3 million Robux, and that we in leadership have made up our minds to not accept any further pity compensation from those shareholders. Part of the 3 million Robux was agreed upon to help me pay for my apartment. That Narama was, admittedly, paying for my apartment. That is true. Narama was actually helping me in actually paying for my apartment. which I again say thank you, shareholders and Nick for the kind thought. But that is just the reality of it. We cannot continue to have fucking pity and a chance of us getting our money. Even though our group was stolen for the last 10 years that we've been working on it, we cannot stand by and to continue to hope and keep our mouths shut based on a fucking lie. I feel like we would have never have even gotten our 3 million Robux. This decision affects thousands, tens of thousands of people. But what can I say? You know, I'm just a community manager, and we're just a military roleplay game that Blakely calls us, right? That's all we are, right? So while Blakely continues to work on his own little passion projects, you know, with the Blakely universe and the Blakely studio, we will continue on doing what we can as a community and a part of leadership to ensure that you guys can continue having the best experience that we can provide. And it's unfortunate that it had to be handled in the way that it did, but unfortunately, greed corrupts even the strongest spines. And our greatest trial by fire, the Noobic Stratocracy has, by all accounts, no money, no Robux, outside of the funds within our 6 Noob Logistics agency. We will be reinitiating the war bonds under the new Noobic Stratocracy group that this game is currently under to help assist in future development and in emergencies. You are free to donate or to buy war bonds that we provide, as well as a request to share the news of our struggle, of what we're going through. Go tell your friends, go tell the other groups, right? Because we can't do this alone. We feasibly can't. And that is quite the sad reality that we are being placed upon unfairly. That a split was forced upon us without any reconciliation, without any care, without any forewarning. Yeah, we're splitting off by. Duh. Yeah, fuck that. It is still as arrogant as is about to be proclaimed. I still believe that we are in the era of Pax Nubia, whereas we will still remain the guiding beacon of what it means to actually run a group. There are very few groups who can rally as much as we are, and yet there are even fewer groups who have the very strong community that we do. Within all levels of leadership, we all teach about the prospects and principles of servant leadership. People in the United States Army know that term very well, including the NCOs. And it is without the servant leadership is that we become groups like Teutonia, where people only do their jobs for the prospect of rank and power. So I appreciate everything that leadership has done after the split and our due diligence to transfer the groups into a new account, into a new owner. Because it is the actions of what we do now that determine the future of this group. I will tell you, if you go out of your way to harass Naramo, I will ban you from this group. Even though Blakely has harmed us and their shareholders have taken over our group, it will not give us back our own shit. It is not your responsibility nor your right to go out and to harass these people. The only way that we can win against the enemy is to prove that we are better than the enemy. Is to prove that we're not just a fucking shit slop military roleplay group that we've been literally spat on and had our shit taken from us. We have to do better. We have to be better. And that is how we will win. It's not going to be through harassment. It's not going to be through fucking shit though. It's going to be through a blatant. What's that? That's cool. Yo, y'all said, yo, did y'all see that guy? Fucking UFO. Boxing UFO. Anyways, it's going to be through our actions that's going to define who we become in the future. And I plead for each and every single one of you guys to stick through us during our hardest times. It is for the community, by the community, made by the community, that we will continue on to 2026 stronger than ever, better than ever. It is through the due diligence of the leadership behind me and your commitment before me that is going to redefine what group war planning is going to be like, not just for our own genre, but for all the other groups who look onto us with envy, for all the other groups who look onto us as allies. We will pave the way forward because that is the only way forward that we can go. As Joe Biden, our last president of the United States, said, we will own the finish line. And that is going to be the sole goal of the year 2026 of the Noobic Stratocracy. Novice conservatism. What the? Who's that guy? Who's that little, who's that guy? The boxings are trying to infiltrate our event. That's not good.
Guys, please stop jumping, please. Stop,
All right, yeah,
stop.
All right. I hope that speech was good enough. I know that I'm not really as energetic as I should be, but this is a little bit more of a harder speech to stomach. Quite honestly, it's an honor to be able to stand as your general of the Noobic Stratocracy. It's not my intention to absolutely dog him Blaley for his decision, because rightfully so, Naramo is his game. Mostly due to the fact that Ali Dapper relinquished ownership of Naramo to him, but it is still nevertheless his game. And what he decides to do with Naramo is none of our business anymore. Right? So again, do not harass Naramo, do not harass Blaley. Right? It is not right. It is not going to help or do anything. But what you can do is that you can spread the news about our struggle. Because in doing so, we could potentially get the financial aid that we so desperately need. More information will come out soon about how we actually intend on getting back on our feet. However, let's move on. Head developer Nia X7 will be talking about Ares 2, Stack, and Atria Prison. Where are you? She in game? Okay, I guess she's not.
No, right here. Wait. I'm coming. I was standing by civil service.
She's too busy texting me.
Yeah, I'm too busy. Sorry, my brother got in a car crash. I've been a little busy.
Dude, the car's fucking totaled.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, guys. Let me pull this up real quick. My
He's
bad.
okay. He's okay.
Yeah, he's okay. He just ran into a tree and it's like a blizzard, but I apologize. I got a bit distracted there. Okay. When I first founded 8NEC years ago, I never imagined the community would grow to what it is today. And seeing how far we've come and how strong we've become together is something I hope all of you are proud of. Steck formed faster than I would have ever expected. Not even a day after the split, the team came together. And within the first week, we already had over 100 applications. That is more than 8neck has ever reached, at least in my history of being there. We had support from outside groups. We had former members returning to development. And in less than 2 weeks, we were fully operational. Our developers and contributors are already working hard on Ares V2. We're fixing bugs that were ignored for far too long and bringing a long-stalled projects back to life. We are growing and we are focused and we are moving forward with development right away. Beyond the projects, I think Steck is representing a shift in culture that especially this group, and I hope all of you are experiencing. We are not developing for greed. We are not developing for numbers. We are developing for the community, for all of you. You are the reason we build. You are the reason we put hours of energy, of dedication, of sleep, lost to development. Steck exists because of the community, and it exists for the community. So before I close, there's one thing I want to say. I'm sorry that in the past development drifted away from what really mattered. That will not happen again. Steck is here for you, and we intend to keep it that way. Now, with all that being said, I want to say that we want to start this new chapter right. As of today, the Steck server is going to be officially open to the public. What that means is that there will be dedicated channels for suggestions, bug reports, and feedback in Steck, in the server, where you can speak directly with developers. There will be regular announcements and game updates that you can follow. Every person that is in the Steck server will act as a QA member. So that means that you will be able to play games like while they're in development and help us out with pre-development. There will be developer Q&As, live development sessions, and teaching sessions maybe for those who want to learn how we make our games. I am genuinely excited about this. It is something that I think shows transparency in how we want to move with development going forward. And I hope all of you really enjoy the server. You're not going to be able to see the actual channels that we work in. I don't want tech developers to feel pressured in any way to get their stuff done because thousands of people are watching them work. But there is going to be a category for you guys to talk in, to communicate in. And I hope all of you enjoy it. I'm excited to see everybody there, that's for sure. So, I hope all of you enjoy the server, and I'm very excited to see how we go. Thank you.
Fantastic speech, fantastic. Oh, dude, you can smell the mint perfume, dude.
I know, right?
It's not that bad.
Holy shit.
All right. All right, cool. So now for the community stuff thingamabobs here. Let's see here. Moving on here. Oh, I have a little look. I like my lists. Okay. All right. So you guys might have heard, either through leadership or through gossip or word of mouth. The last thing that I intend to leave on this platform, fucking holy stutter, is a genre. I want to create a brand new genre on the platform. This genre will be called the Tellus community. What this entails is that the Tellus community will be a vibrant, huge genre of nations and groups who are going to be partaking in the Tellus world that we spent the last 3 years building up. From East Nubia to West Nubia, to Nico Taz to Zonkrai, to Viridia to Orthenia, to Eulania to Bloxia. Each and every single one of you will have the opportunity to roleplay, to fight under the flags that are under the Tellus genre. Either it be on the battlefield or in the halls of diplomacy. Each and every single one of you guys will be introduced to a very wide genre. And that is the last thing that I wish to embark as my time within this Roblox community slowly comes to an end. Bloxia, who knows what Bloxia is, right? We all know Bloxia, right? And duty of what we've been able to do with West Nubia and the success of West Nubia, I am currently working with Hard TNT as well as other individuals to open up an actual official Bloxia. Not the shit, slop, garbage factions that you see over there on the other side of the fence. Not the 171st Infantry garbage. We will actually have a proper official Bloxia, one with the military and a government. Most likely, how this will go is we will open up leadership applications within the Noobic Stratocracy. Yes, it will be first off ran by people that I trust. Doesn't have to be NS. It could be anything, anyone, right? But it'll be ran by people that I trust. However, what's going to make it the bulk of its leadership is going to be randomized people that I choose, or hard to, but mostly me. So do look forward to that in the soon future. It is due to the success of West Nubia that we are able to do this with Bloxia. So everyone say thank you, West Nubia. It is without a no shit doubt that if West Nubia were to fail as a project, then the Tellus community would not exist. It would not even be conjured. I would have dropped it dead. But it's due to the due diligence of the leadership of Aimbo 45, Rayler, and as many officers that they have chosen and gone through the shit to reform to make West Nubia into the powerhouse that it is today. Better than most groups that you see nowadays as a fucking Op 4 is able to pave the way to genre up a new genre that tens of thousands of people in the future can enjoy. I know that I've said a lot during the speech, as well as a whole lot of stuff about the shareholders on the other side of the fence. I'm sure that they're going to have a very fun time reading the little recorded video that someone within this fucking PC is recording. I know one of you guys are, right? But do understand that we in leadership within the NSLA do not want to do anything with Narama. It is not our game anymore. It is not something that we have the privilege to use or to get satisfaction from. I will admit that, myself included, that I have gotten complacent and spoiled with the success of Narama without actually respecting the wishes of Blayley to actually make it into the main game that it is. It is due to my not respecting the fact that Narama is way above the military group genre that has really caused what the split is. But it still hold true to the fact that Narama was created for the community, by the community. And that will remain the fact until the day that this group eventually dies. As all will. So again, do not harass Narama. Do not harass Rabley. Do not harass the shareholders. As much as I have my own personal vendetta and hatred fuming in my heart, I know that for the betterment of this autocracy, but for the future of any of my projects to work, that it will involve us not sowing the seeds of our own destruction based upon hate. All right, now he's ready for division of the cycle.
Oh no.
All right, stop jumping. Yo, stop leaking. The chosen division of the cycle for the months of October and November is the 5th Noob Special Operations. Ever since Narama had pucked up and we have gotten the tens of thousands of people that we've gone through, 500 Show has done better than any other iteration in its entire history. They have gotten us not one, not two. I don't actually know fucking know the number, but they've gotten us more than 2 raid challenges. They are the top 3, if not, I mean, everybody's gonna say it's the #1 RCO clan as of the fucking genre right now. Not due to skill, but because they as clanners are able to take the principles of servant leadership to learn in the fight for the community while still being as competitive as better than most of our competition right now in the RCO genre. It is without a doubt that they, as a division, deserves the division of the cycle. So congratulations, 5th Special Operations. You deserve it. Clanners 2 can also be as charitable as noobs. Oh, brother. Can't wait. Should have been me. I should have gone. My division should have gone it. Yeah. Sure. Can't wait for that. Hey, yo, guys, it's the scrubby snake person. You guys gonna do it, that guy? Thank you. Now, onto the promotions. I know it's been a long while. I'm trying to hurry up. There are over 460 names for the enlisted promotions alone. That is not happening. I'm not reading out 460 names. The promotion document will be posted after the ceremony, and you can do Control F in the document. But we will still read out the current SMA graduates and all the leadership promotions and all that stuff, as well as the awards and closing statements. All right, let's see here. Let's get the big old list real quick. All right, how this will work is that if I call your name, you will STS facing me on the red carpet. May I please have the following people front and center? 14_NK, Craftico2, Olivinity, Zrock1233, Thrax ITA_YT, Army Avia, Blue Tint, Antiquench, Trilino, Hazeldip, Cyperol, Sput T, Lucky or Relic. I almost said the name that shall not be said. Let's just get rid of that. Digital Witch, Daniel DJ1, Bear 148, Fredbear Fan 209, Clueless Fella, Zambarado, Yenny Scythe, The Light Blessed, Stupidity Soul, Optic Orlowski, OK Roses, John 5 and a So, The Cooler Goose, Scrub Team 6, Data Car, I'm Just Noah _1, Aiden Lyle 222, Ayung O, Floppa Monk, Salated 1, as in of money 101101. And my user? Oh, I got that right. The individuals that stand before you have graduated from SMA during this cycle. Oh, sorry, yeah. Forgot to mention. Oh, no, there's no way. Oh, yeah. Knox Krasny. Forgot to mention that name. I haven't updated the candidate status. Got to say. Anyways, these individuals have recently graduated through SMA, and these are going to be the individuals who are going to carry on that mantle of leadership, whether it be today or for the next couple of months, even on to 2027, if you get that far. They have all raised their hand and said that they wanted to sacrifice their own time and sometimes their own well-being to ensure and to provide each and every single one of you guys with the experience of being a part of this Roblox military group. They have all said that they have wanted to lead each and every single one of you and to ensure your safety, your well-being, as well as carrying on the mantle if that ever goes out. So thank each and every single one of you guys and girls for taking up that mantle. SMA is completely voluntary, but these individuals have all signed up on their own free will. So thank you, graduates, squad sergeants, lieutenants. Round of applause. Give me. I have admin. Oh, watch this.
Oh no.
Since you wanna complain, right? Everyone, give this guy attention. Say we love Copenhagen, y'all. Everyone say we love Copenhagen. Oh yeah, I'll break my professionalism if you want that attention. Now sit the fuck down and go back to your formation.
Kill him now.
Anyways, all right. So EO enlisted officer. Okay, SMA graduates. Carry on. Basically, that basically means like move on. All right, enlisted officer promotions. We are back. This is fun. I think I had the list. I didn't actually like copy and put it in my notes. Shit. Hold on. Ah, got it. All right. Can the following individuals stand front and center? Dragon Boys 7890. Some _ Duda 85. The Cooler Goose. Digital Witch. Yenny Scythe. These individuals who stand before us and those who couldn't make it because reasons, right, will be promoted to the honorable rank of platoon sergeant for their duties and commitment as a squad sergeant of the Noobic Stratocracy and the new divisions that they're assigned to. The responsibilities will be increased. Actually, oh wait, I was about to detain that person. All over there in the far left. Anyways, these individuals will have increased responsibilities as well as the well-being insurance of each and every single one of you guys and girls. Thank each and every single one of them for their due diligence and their duties to provide to the community as enlisted officers. These are your main frontline leaders. Congratulations, platoon sergeants. Carry on. All right, let's see here. Oh, we got a whole fucking list, dude. Dude, where the fuck's the officer general? There it is. All right, there we go. Just gonna put that there. All right. Can the following individuals please come out front and center? Calamity, Elective, Spud Romanov. Would appear that only one of them was able to attend. Interesting. All right. These individuals, due to their due diligence and excellence in everything that they do, would be promoted to the honorable rank of company sergeants of their respective noob divisions in the wider Noobic Stratocracy. Congratulations. You may carry on. Now, for the big ones. Two Skep, balloons, front center. Oh, it's just two Skep here. All right, well, let me speak to you, just you two Skep. I think that in your entire tenure within Chaos Legion, I think you were fed up with a lot of the prospect that just probably that maybe you were wasting your time. It's very reasonable that many of the Chaos Legion people who still stick in their little goon cave over there still hate us. They still disdain us. They still shit talk us. But you made the choice. You two, Skep, made the choice of jumping ships, of figuring out why many of us over here in the third new division, now Noobic Stratocracy, are as dedicated, as vibrant, and as loyal as we are to the community. And to be honest, I considered you basically the gallantry of Chaos Legion. But now you've decided that you wanted to spend the rest of your time on Roblox in the Noobic Stratocracy. And you have figured out that, yes, a lot of your time in Chaos Legion was wasted. But it's through the leadership experience that you've garnered within Chaos Legion that you're able to now be promoted to the very honorable rank of Command Sergeant of the 3rd New Division of the Ground Service, acting as the Senior Enlisted Advisor to Colonel Ragley. Congratulations. I didn't even say carry on. All right, very well. it's really crazy how like life kind of throws a little fucking curveball at you like that, right? I never expected that someone like Two Step would have ever have made the switch. I know that if I had made the switch to Chaos Legion, if somehow, some way, 30 Division died, then I wouldn't have a fucking chance over there. But it goes to our humbleness as a community to at least give second chance to those who are very genuine. And if Two Step could get to where he is, despite all the shit talk he's ever thrown at us, the 30th Division, now acting as a senior enlisted advisor of the 30th Division, it goes to show that many others who were once in Two Step's position or akin to it can also have an opportunity within this community. Two Step saw that opportunity and he took it. And that's what makes him, in my personal opinion, one of the best enlisted officers that this group has ever had. Not just in his due diligence and raid leading, but also in the fact that he's able to put aside his own past and his own ego to do the right thing for the benefit of the community, whether that be in the 3rd New Division or the 5th New Special Operations. Where's that GIF? Yeah, one moment, real quick. Yeah, I know you guys can hear my fucking scrolling, dude. All right, real quick. Can you guys look in? I want everyone to look into your soft for me, real quick. That is all. Moving on. All right, so with that out of the way, now we can move on to the field officers and service officers. Let's get into the commission ranks here. It's pretty cool, right?
Oh,
Let's see here. Wait, what? What did I miss?
nothing. The Twinks are just using the H command.
I have to see this. This is nothing, dude. How old was she just get? Loose up shirt. Anyways, all right, let's move on. I'm wasting time here. All right. If you got so we have a new lieutenant. It's put on a very special circumstance for SMA. If bomb site 111 would stand front and center, wherever you are. Primo boy Florberg. What's Florberg? Who's Florberg?
Oops.
Bomb site 111 will be acting as the executive officer of a brand new unit that I fucking forgot to say at the very beginning of this. God damn it. Yeah, but bomb site 111 will be acting as the second in command of the new ground service unit known as the Ground Service Combat Engineer Corps, which will be readily available sometime after the promotion ceremony. Bomb Site 101 will be put on an accelerated program for the Strategic Military Academy, whereas he will be acting as lieutenant while still going through SMA. So congratulations. We'll hope to see how far you can get in this group. Carry on. Does this guy keep going in? Dude, it's like game banning. What are y'all doing? Like $60 mod against game ban. All right. So, like I said, right? New unit is going to be called the Ground Service Combat Engineer Corps. And it's going to be a new avenue for individuals who wish to pertain in ground service infantry roleplay or combat while serving as a combat engineer of the Stratocracy. Think of it as the ground service medical corps, whereas the medics provide a new opportunity for infantrymen to roleplay as medics and to assist their brothers and sisters in combat medically. The combat engineer corps, as combat engineers, will be able to build shit in game. Yes, we're going to include that prospect within our future games that we make. Cool. It's pretty cool, right? So yes, you get to place sandbags and I think dig trench. No, you can't dig trenches. But yeah, it's pretty cool shit. I suck at this, y'all. All right. So let's continue on with the field officer stuff. Can I have the following lieutenants front and center? Hazel _ Dip, Levika Floria, Willie Lowell, Sherlana, Craftico 2, Sputty, Cypero. They're all twinks, dude. That's crazy. Besides Willie. Jeez.
No, he's a twink.
Bro.
Give him time.
What? Okay. Anyways, we decided to skip the last decree from SMA, whereas recent SMA graduates will not be able to get promoted. However, due to our circumstances, we've had to skip that. So the individuals that laid before you, all these lieutenants will be receiving the honorable commissioned rank of Lieutenant First Class to reflect their new duties as not just senior, but senior experienced field officers. I hope that they will continue their service and due diligence to their duties within the Noobic Stratocracy as a whole, and hope to see how far they get leading and managing the Noobic Stratocracy's community. So thank each and every single one of these now Lieutenant First Classes. All right, Lieutenant First Classes, carry on. Sorry, I like reading 5 Minutes of chat during promotion rumors, like the funniest fucking people. Claimers can be funny. I like it. It's pretty cool. All right, next up, let's see. And now they're posting the fucking how old was she to skip. Fucking good. All right. We have a new captain. I think this is probably one of the most interesting promotions and commissions that we've ever had to do, really. Candy _ PNG front and center. Jump. All right. Let's see here. Candy _ PNG will be acting as the designated commissioned officer of the new Ground Service Combat Engineer Corps. She is expected to undergo an accelerated program within the Stratocracy Military Academy while continuing her duties as captain. Despite Ground Service Combat Engineer Corps, further renamed as GSCAC, is currently starting off as a corps-sized unit. she will still be a captain, and she will still go through the trial of fire until she gets the more honorable rank of major. Do understand that GSKEC is the combination of 3 separate factions, the largest being 3 Waith. Shout out to 3 Waith. Carry on. Hey, stop jumping. It's lagging again. Please. Thank you. All right. Let's see here. May I please have the following individuals front and center? Eric Sue, Crazy Master, Krieg Sheeran underscore 001. Can't win with retarded. Who? What? All right. I'm sure the Crazy Master is having fun. He's probably staring at his fucking phone, listening to the Discord call when he's in his little Corolla. All right. But on a serious note, let's take a look see here. Captain Iriksu will be promoted to the commissioned honorable rank of Major to reflect his duties of being the commanding officer of the Noobic Training Corps. Sorry, command. Captain Crazy Master will be promoted to the honorable commission rank of Major to reflect his duties in running the 5th Noob Special Operations. Krieg Sharon underscore 001 will be promoted to the honorable commissioned rank of Major to reflect the duties of being the second in command or executive officer of the 2nd Division. Please congratulate each and every single one of them for their due diligence and hard work, as they are now running one of the core pillars of what makes this community the best it can be. Let's see. Carry on. Toby Nations, front and center. Hey, yeah, see this guy? When I tell you guys about streakers, right? Yeah, look at that tension. Simple as. All right. Anyways, sorry for interrupting. Toby, the first clanner to get Colonel. It's quite far how far clanners have gotten in this group. But nevertheless, Toby Nations will be taking over the helm and commanding officer and first in command of the 2nd Division of the ground service of the Noobic Stratocracy. He will be promoted to the honorable rank of Colonel. The first clanner in the group's history to be promoted to Colonel. Thing. It's modern history. So congratulations, Toby Nations. Carry on. All right. Now for the service officer. We have a new deputy director of the Interior Service of the Noobic Stratocracy. This person's been with us and is actually, fun fact, a Chaos Legion refugee, the same as Tuska. Can we please have OU front and center?
This is better than the interior service inspection, dude.
OU. By decree of the Office of the General, in coordination with Director I.321, we have decided to give you and commission you to the very high honorable rank of Adjutant Staff Deputy Director of the Interior Service of the Stratocracy to assist I.321 in his day-to-day operations and to enforce his will upon the Interior Service and the greater Noobic Stratocracy. You have done absolutely fantastic work despite being a Chaos Legion refugee. You have not faltered in your duties, due diligence, loyalty, and activity in everything that you've given to this group. Congratulations, Deputy Director. In OU's place, Zol. Fuck, okay, I'm just gonna put this name in chat. All right, this guy right here. This guy will be taken over as Sartonic Military Police's commanding officer. So congratulations to Zol. Hopefully he makes SMP better. OU, Deputy Director, carry on. All right. The awards would take too long to read out. For like no shit, I think it would take way too long. It's unfortunate, but I will be reading out the golden medals and a medal of badassery. That is what I would do. All right, let me pull up the little thingamabob real quick. Let's take a look. See. Wait, do I not have it open? I do not have it open. Okay, that's weird. All right. May I please have the following individuals at front and center? Dupont, Epic Guys, Roblox is Sus1, Archius, Ragley, Livica Freya, Sputry, 40_NK, Mr. Trainin, Gustavanets. Okay, I'm just gonna fucking put your name out right here. All right. Dark Devil Master 1, Yellow All There, Toby Nations, Willy Low, Lurking_G, Pickion, okay, Picky 110. Front center. I will read out your rank, your name, and the award that you will be given. We do not have the time to read out each and every single reason for reward. Major Dupont will be awarded with Golden Heart. Congratulations. Corporal Epic Guy SSS will be awarded with Golden Wreath. Infantryman Roblox Sus1 will be rewarded with Golden Wreath. Noobic Adjutant Staff Fleet Admiral Archius will be rewarded with Golden Wreath. Colonel Ragley will be rewarded with Golden Wreath. Lieutenant Livica Freya will be rewarded with Golden Wreath. Lieutenant Sputry, yeah, whatever your fucking name is, will be rewarded with Golden Wing. Lieutenant 40_NK will be rewarded with Golden Wing. Corporal Mr. Training will be rewarded with Golden Wing. Senior Infantryman Gustavo Naz will be rewarded with Golden Wing. Specialist Dark Devil Master 1 will be rewarded with Golden Anchor. Specialist Yellow All There will be rewarded with Golden Anchor. Major Toby Nations will be rewarded for Golden Storm. Lieutenant Willie Law will be rewarded with Golden Thread. Senior Infantryman Lurking _G will be rewarded for Golden Thread. Squad Sergeant Pickion 10 will be rewarded with Golden Thread. Please get a round of applause for each and every single one of these individuals. a little forewarning, by the way. I'm not the one who actually decides the medals and promotions. It is the fucking literally every single officer below me that does it. So if you're mad that you're not called up, don't get mad at me. I didn't put your name down. Someone else did.
We're gonna kill Koi.
All right, you guys are dismissed. I have to call up a very special someone. Someone who's been needing this for a very long time.
It's Mr. Training.
Grand Admiral Finlath runs center. This is the only medal that I've actually given out that I've written down myself. In my very long tenure here in the Noobic Stratocracy, it is without a doubt that it was the first Noobic fleet that propelled my career within the Noobic Stratocracy into the rank that I am today. I was once in your shoes and making the first Noobic fleet comparable, if not better, than even the army at times. I thought that in the very longest time that no one else would have been able to make the fleet as successful as it is. Yet I was proven wrong. In my own ego, I swallowed my words as I saw you be able to take the most dead genre of war in the entire Roblox war genre, and to make it its own living, independent, bureaucratically operating thing. Whereas many other groups who have their own navies are unable to make it stay alive or to do anything with their navy, you have decided that you wanted to spend the rest of your time on the Roblox platform and your due diligence to make the fleet the best that it can be. And with that, and all the work you've done, not just in the First Noobic Fleet, but the entirety of the Naval Service, you will be honored to be given the highest medal possible. Grand Admiral Finlath, you will be given the Medal of Badassery. Congratulations. Ambo, me and you gotta have a talk after. That's all. All right. Not now. Later.
What do we have here? We have a clip.
I told you, right? You can't, dude. You can't make this shit up, man. All right. All right. Well, shit. I think that's it. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. There's a very special game. It's a gray game on a very gray planet. Actually, yeah. Wait, before I go. Sorry, I got ahead of myself here. Major Dupebot, front. Come up on the podium. I think you have a few words to say.
What?
Yo, Ava, what the fuck?
The fucking fire.
Ava. Why did you Kirkify Juno?
There we go. So, as you may know, a couple months ago, okay,
Okay, Chris, that's easy.
I am not jolly.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. A couple months ago, we, as a community of planning war groups in general, took up the endeavor to make the largest charity campaign that has ever happened in this platform. And there is nothing in my heart but an insane degree of gratitude for what we have achieved here. What we, among the 8 other communities that have helped us, the people that stand here today, the groups that stand behind us, groups that stand before us, that we, in just above a month and a half, managed to raise 18,401 United States dollars for the charity To Write Love on Her Arms. To Write Love on Her Arms, if you haven't been made aware, is a charity that focuses on issues such as depression, suicide, addiction, and self-harm. These are, of course, incredibly present to us as an online community. And I am incredibly grateful that even if we hadn't been able to raise anything at all, we could make an impact, that we could bring something forward that would make a real change. So with this, I would like to extend my personal gratitude to the following groups that we'll bring up here in a moment. These were all groups that, through basically Discord DMs from a random fucking 3&D major that wasn't even relevant to them, decided that they wanted to be part of this. And again, I am incredibly grateful for their participation. So without further ado, I would like to thank, in the largest degree, the Imperial Insurgents for their outstanding faithfulness to this cause in these past months, the Republic of Arius, the Snow Corps, the 98th Imperial Infantry Division, X-Tracker and their staff, the United States Colonial Marine Corps, and Black Tide Rising. All of these groups just decided to help us in this cause by sharing the link, giving their own words, and just spreading awareness about this. Again, it's a bit hard to grasp, but this was the largest charity campaign that was ever done on the platform. 18,000 US dollars is an insane amount for a bunch of fucking Roblox players. Pretty sure the largest one before this was around $3,000 or something like that. And we did what, like 6 times that? And this amount, like, just to fit the type of rhetoric we've been saying, maybe Naramo helped to bring the people together, but it was in turn the groups that wanted to help us and the people that stand before us here today, the entire community that made this possible. This is our achievement. This is the community's achievement first and foremost. So carry that amount with you. Carry the name of an appeal to collaboration with you for whatever you do in the future. Know that we did this. And again, for the 1000th time, I am so deeply grateful for all of you. Thank you.
$30,000 United States dollars. What? Tell me another group is able to do that. Another community is able to do that. When I tell you about owning the finish line, like, we make history here. We make history. It's pretty cool, right? Also, before I have you guys go, hello, Rabble. Hello, Dumb Helmet. Been a while, hasn't it? Anyways, let's see here. So, it was actually me who brought the 3rd division onto that gray hell, and I apologize. No, I don't apologize. Fuck that. It was fun. Every single fucking time it was fun when we did it. Jesus Christ. As you can tell, I'm currently fighting Dresbians in the background, so get out of that. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna prepare. Here's what I want everyone to do. We currently have 3 major factions in the W right now who is ready to deploy and counter deploy against us. We have over 400 people. The game size is 120 people, the last time I checked. I want everyone to get into your respective divisional noob combats, or full bodies if practical. I want you to equip it, and I want you to, no, fuck it, I don't care about it. Well, you already got our pictures. Just reset and huddle up, get into the LSDS. So reset, put your combats on, and get back in formation. I always wanted to see what our new combat formation, like all of us getting together, would be like. Allies abroad who are listening in, you are free to participate. You are free to stop by and help us out. Hopefully, we won't fucking deck in head with a combat rifle, but you are free to help out, do what you want. You're free to join us. Being shot. I'm being shot. You can't kirk me, dude. You can't kirk me. Anyways. Whoa, what is that? Yo, that's cool. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Well, you just look like West German copies. What is that? Little flag right there. I got a little Bavaria flag right there, but all right. Anyways, please put on your new combats. Make yourself look nice. Make yourself all pretty and stuff. I'm sure that we're going to be all excited. RIC, I would love to have you guys attend with us to the W if it would be your first time hopping on such a grayish hellscape that we've been fighting for the last 3 fucking years. I expect this to be an all-day endeavor. Actually, no, not if. Oh, brother. I think it's gonna crash. No, it's just... Anyways, like I'm going to say... Oh, also, hi, Arrakis. I know you're listening in. Shit, I totally lost my fucking train of thought. Oh, yeah, ribbons. This will count as a GB39A deployment ribbon. I'll authorize it. If we maintain a presence of at least 300 people for at least 4 hours, if we have at least 300 people fighting for at least 4 hours, then I will also authorize the very rare mobilization order ribbon. I'm declaring a complete and utter mobilization against the Greyskins on GB39A. And the reason being is that we are in need of concrete. I want to build a giant concrete block in the middle of Novice Bellum. Why? I don't fucking know. I think it looks cool. And only the best, most pristine, most finest concrete comes from GB39A. Please do not DM me about blocks here. I will literally fucking ignore you. Anyways, see here. Take a look. See. Stand by. I have a group chat with the W developers and head mod people. I will let you guys know. Do not fret. I have all day today free. So I'm gonna put on the fit that I fought with the most in all my years. Oh, and that's the other account. Whoops. I have fought the most using the operationals in all my time on the W, and I will still wear the operationals. I still think the operations are the best looking fucking combats, to be honest. But yeah, let's see.
Is this how Asian eat their what? Thank you.
Let's see here.
Thank you for your service.
Stand by. When I give you guys the go ahead, what you guys are gonna do is that you're gonna. I don't care what fucking division you are in. I don't care if you're 6 in LA. I don't care if you're 8. I'm sorry. Sorry. I don't speak the word that shall not be spoken. Stack. Fucking NMC in an AC. You will all split and go off to your own divisional servers that you want to go in, whether that be in any VC. You guys will all deploy against the Grayskins. Currently, they're having trouble increasing the server size or something like that, but we're working on having it so that it'll be a multi-server event, which means that there will be like at most like 3 to 4 separate servers where everyone's spread out, and yeah. Let's see here. All right, real quick. Here's what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna look really nice and pretty. All right. I don't know how long this is gonna take, But what I want you guys to do is that I want all you guys just to just be in a random room in the Civic Congress building. Be in a random room. Go role play. Go act like you're in a fucking military academy game, like those little text role play games or something like that, while we wait for the W people. Is it cool if this is just a little ceremony? Or when you guys will be on the W twin?